Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls in Hawaii and around the rest of the world. I hope it is a good day wherever you are. Here we are, mid-November. I'm not sure. I think it's like the 21st or so, something like that. 2020 during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. And I'm sure it might be getting cold wherever you are. And I hope as this thing begins to calm down, y'all can make your way as soon as you can here to Hawaii, because as you can see, we have yet another rager over here. And on that note, in preparation for race season 2021, wherever it is you may be, I know a topic I see it all the time, I hear it all the time, I get asked about it quite frequently, is how and what I pack my bicycle in, right? And in my opinion, I don't know why anybody would use anything but the trusty Trico Sports iron case. And again, you know, I'm not sponsored by any of these people. I don't receive anything from these people, nothing. Again, the point of my videos is to simply share with you my experiences, and if you're just getting started, hopefully it makes it easier for you to get involved in the sport, right? So this is the Trico case, brand new. They're relatively expensive. I got mine, I've had this in my possession for just about 10 years, and the lady I bought it from back 2009, 2010 or so, I think she had it 3, 4, 5 years or something. The footprints from her dog are still all over the foam inside. It's pretty funny. She had a dog that would run around outside, and you know, this thing was inside, and when the dog came in, it would walk through it and left these giant footprints all over. But I've seen talk of other cases, I've read about other cases, I've read the airlines rules and policies on cases in general, and this one, it meets all the requirements of the airlines. I don't see why it ever wouldn't, right? Because it's the proper size. You know, this thing was built back, you know, before all this hubbub started with the different shell materials, the different sizes, you know, wheels, no wheels, whatever, right? This thing's been around a while, right? The company and the design in general. Some might not prefer the design. I agree, by looking at some of these other alternatives, you know, there does look like there might be some interesting designs out there. But again, I have a system for packing it, and this video is not about that system. As we get into race season next year, you know, I'll show you exactly how I pack it. I'm going to show you basically how the thing works, but I'm not going to show you how I pack it. On that note, you know, just do realize that it fits my bike, one set of wheels, my race wheels, helmet, shoes, and then all liquids that I usually carry with me. Lubrication is now a no-go on flights. I used to put lubrication and stuff in here, you know, chain oil, maybe a little Triflow or something, especially if I was staying an extended period of time wherever I was going. You know, I could work on my bike a little bit if I wanted to. I don't see how that's ever going to come back. You know, I'm not sure. We can check, but sunscreen, in my experience, has always been okay. Chamois creams, always okay. My lubrication, you know, I found out about that one the hard way, right? They confiscated it. You know, they opened it up and they took it when they were performing a check or whatever, and that's fine. I just didn't know, right? It had changed somewhere along the way, and I didn't know. Oh, my shoes, helmet, you know, tools, all my tools, whatever tools I'm taking can fit in here. The thing does start to push the weight limit. That's one thing. The case by itself is pretty heavy, you know, and definitely once you start packing it with everything, it gets quite heavy. I've never had them try to nick me for overweight or whatever. But I have traveled inter-island with this thing countless times. I have no idea. It's been so many. And once I have my systems down, you know, I can, if I had to, you know, I could start getting ready and in 2 or 3 hours be ready, you know, to start heading to the airport for a flight to races. I've had it to the mainland, Japan, Canada a couple times, but mostly inter-island. I seriously don't know. And the only thing that's, you know, I've had issues with, I guess, is a couple of these buckles have broken. This one, I think, is the newest solution I found, and I actually ordered. It came in a bulk package from Amazon, you know, for whatever. I think this is 2 inches or something, 1.5 inch webbing. I found a bulk solution, and there's another one on here somewhere that broke at some point. This one looks pretty new. It might have been this one. I think I found this at an REI way back when I was in Canada. And then these feet have come off. I'm actually, when I'm done with this, I'm going to go look for a solution for this because it's just annoying. You know, you got to be careful of this. Oftentimes I'll slide this in the back seat of the rental car when I get there. And when the first one went, I had to remind myself, you know, to be careful of that, to not rip the seat on the rental car. But again, I don't know why you would pick anything else, right? The things for me that have been irrefutably have worked stellar, in my opinion, have been Shimano products. I haven't done any Shimano specific videos yet. When I do, you know, you might want to watch that. You know, I'll probably do something on electric shifting at some point and why it is better. But Shimano, I've never had anything go bad except for wheels, right? I don't really prefer their wheels. I've had on a number of different wheel sets, I've had some weird issues. And I just don't need that, right? Like, I have another set of wheels that don't give me any issues, and I like that. But other than that, Shimano has been great. And then my CO2 inflator, that I definitely have a video already. If you want, you can go watch that. It's that Ultimate Innovations or Genuine Innovations or something like that is the company name. And the CO2 inflator, I mean, it just goes and goes and goes and goes. And this thing has been the same. It just goes and goes and goes. So on that note, let me show you kind of how it works. But basically, you know, there's the 2 wheels down here, and this strap here, and you just, you know, you pull it behind you like that. And then, like I said, I'll get more into how I personally pack it. You know, I'll get into that in a different video when we start traveling next year. But I just wanted to show you this, you know, if you're thinking about buying a case or something. So, you know, what I do to unbuckle this thing to get everything loose is just, you know, it really helps to loosen everything to its extreme. Okay, so I get it like that, and then, you know, you just open it, and there's the footprints that have been there for a million years. So basically it's just, you know, 3 pieces of foam, right? 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to show you in a minute here. You know, your frame goes down first, and then your wheels on top of that. And then these are the things that I use when I pack, right? Basically just padding, you know, the spreaders to keep the frame apart, and the forks. That's my travel pump, you know, and then just all this stuff I use over and over and over when I pack my bike. So let me get a frame. I have a spare frame over there, and I'll lay that down, and then I'll put the wheels on it so I can show you what that looks like. Okay, so again, like I said, the point of this video isn't to show you how to pack this thing and whatnot. It's simply to show you generally how it works, right? So you know, here's the frame. You would take the handlebars off either at the stem bolts, you know, straight off with the stem, or just, you know, you can loosen the top cap and spin them like that. I normally take it out from the stem and pull it off the steer tube of the fork, and then move the handlebar over. You don't have to take off any wires, of course, or cables, of course, or anything. Of course, the seat post wouldn't be in. I never take off the derailleur, and I've never had a problem. You know, I hear, you know, there are people that like to take off the derailleur and stuff. Never done it. These, of course, spin. Actually, you know what? These are my integrated bars. So I am going to have to take this straight off and spin under with a regular front end. You know, you can do it different. But on these, now that I think about it, yeah, I'd have to take the whole setup off the steer tube, and then, you know, this curls underneath here and this comes in over here. Let me show you what the wheels look like on top of that. So basically, and I know it looks funky, it wouldn't look like this if the handlebars were proper. But again, I'm not doing this to try and show you how to pack this thing, just generally so you understand how it works, right? But it would be frame with the handlebars modified, then another piece of foam, and then the wheels, yeah? And then once you've got it like that, you know, you just put your last piece of foam on, and then the lid comes down, you know, and that's it. And there you have it. That's generally, you know, how one of these Trico Sports cases work. And again, in my experience, the thing has been flawless for, again, I don't even know how many trips individually, round trip, however you want to calculate it. I don't even remember, but it's a lot, right? And I have never had a problem. So that's all I'm here to tell you. I'm not telling you to buy this one or whatever. Just sharing with you my experience. So if you're getting started, you know, you can take it firsthand. The thing has been great. So I hope that helps. And again, as we move into 2021 and the races approach, I'll make a video on how exactly I pack this thing, and there'll be a whole series of videos on, you know, what to expect when you get to the different, and I'm just talking inter-island here in Hawaii, you know, what to expect when you get to the different airports, because they're all different. Kauai, Maui, Big Island, it doesn't matter. Everyone here on Oahu, every airport has its own system for how you deal with the bicycles, right? It's interesting that way. So you can look forward to that. But again, I hope this helps, and whichever case you do get, I hope it works good for you. And if you find a better one, please let me know, because again, I'm always looking for better stuff. But until I find it, I have to just keep doing what works for me. And this thing's been great. So thanks for watching.